Today, we're taking a look at how Deel compares with some of the biggest players in the global payroll and employer of record market. We'll go through 4 different comparison pages and see how Deel positions itself against Papaya Global, ADP, Oyster, and Gusto, focusing on global hiring, payroll, compliance, automation, integrations, and support for remote teams. Each of these competitors approaches international workforce management differently, so it's interesting to see which strengths Deel emphasizes in every comparison. Let's start with Papaya Global. Papaya Global and Deel both work in the global payroll and employer of record space, helping companies hire international employees and stay compliant across different countries. Right away, Deel positions itself as the more flexible and scalable platform. The page focuses heavily on speed, automation, and simplicity for fast-growing remote teams. A big part of the comparison is compliance. Deel explains that every country has different labor laws, tax systems, and payroll regulations, and the platform is designed to simplify those complexities for global companies. The page also emphasizes onboarding speed. Deel claims companies can hire international talent quickly without opening local entities, while keeping payroll and HR workflows centralized in one system. Another important topic is integrations. Deel highlights connections with HR and finance tools, allowing businesses to manage payroll, contractor payments, invoices, and compliance from a single dashboard. Papaya Global is presented as more enterprise-oriented and finance-focused, while Deel positions itself as more user-friendly and operationally flexible. The comparison also touches on analytics and reporting. Deel emphasizes visibility into payroll operations and workforce management, helping companies track international hiring activity in real time. Customer support is another recurring topic, with Deel promoting 24/7 assistance and strong user ratings across review platforms. Overall, the message is that Deel combines enterprise-level functionality with a simpler and faster experience for global hiring. Now let's move to the next comparison page. ADP is one of the oldest and most established payroll providers in the world, so this comparison feels like traditional enterprise payroll versus a modern global workforce platform. Deel positions itself as a solution built specifically for distributed and international teams, while ADP is portrayed as a legacy system with more traditional workflows. A major focus here is user experience. Deel emphasizes having one centralized platform for payroll, compliance, contractor management, and HR operations. The page also highlights real-time payroll visibility. Deel claims businesses can instantly access payroll information, contractor payments, and compliance data across multiple countries from a single dashboard. Global hiring is another central argument. According to the page, Deel was designed specifically for international hiring, while ADP's roots are mainly in traditional payroll management. Deel also stresses flexibility for startups and scaling businesses. The platform is presented as faster to implement and easier to use for companies expanding internationally. Automation becomes another key theme. The comparison explains that Deel automates contracts, tax forms, invoices, and payments, reducing manual work for HR and finance teams. Another interesting point is scalability. Deel explains that companies can expand into new countries without building large internal HR and legal teams because many processes are already localized and automated inside the platform. The page also promotes Deel's modern interface and easier setup experience compared to more traditional enterprise software systems. Overall, ADP is presented as a traditional enterprise provider, while Deel positions itself as faster, more agile, and more global first. Moving on to the next page. The comparison between Deel and Oyster focuses heavily on global hiring simplicity and scalability. Both companies operate as employer of record providers, helping businesses hire employees internationally without establishing local entities. However, Deel positions itself as the more comprehensive platform. The page highlights contractor management, payroll, HR tools, immigration support, compliance services, and equipment management inside one ecosystem. Scale is a major talking point. Deel claims the platform is designed not only for startups, but also for large global organizations managing complex international teams. The comparison also discusses onboarding and employee experience. Deel emphasizes faster onboarding flows and smoother payroll operations for both employees and contractors. Oyster is presented as more employee-focused, while Deel pushes the idea of broader operational flexibility and stronger infrastructure. Country coverage is another important argument. Deel highlights hiring support in more than 150 countries and promotes its localized expertise around compliance and payroll regulations. The page also mentions integrations and 24/7 support, reinforcing Deel's positioning as an all-in-one global workforce platform rather than just an EOR provider. Another point Deel emphasizes is ownership of infrastructure. The comparison suggests that having more internal operational control allows Deel to deliver faster service and better compliance management in different regions. And now let's look at the final comparison. The Deel versus Gusto comparison is slightly different because Gusto is traditionally known for U.S. payroll and HR management rather than international workforce operations. Deel uses this page to emphasize its global capabilities. While Gusto is positioned as strong for U.S.-based payroll and benefits administration, Deel presents itself as a platform built for international hiring and compliance. One of the biggest themes is geographic reach. Deel highlights support for hiring in more than 150 countries, while Gusto is portrayed as more focused on the U.S. market. The page also focuses on contractor management. Deel promotes international contracts, localized compliance workflows, global payments, and multi-currency support. Employer of record functionality becomes another major differentiator. Deel explains that companies can legally hire employees internationally without opening foreign entities. The comparison also positions Deel as more suitable for remote-first and distributed companies planning global expansion. Finally, automation and centralization appear again as recurring themes. Deel claims businesses can manage payroll, HR documentation, onboarding, compliance, and contractor payments from one platform. The page also highlights flexibility for international growth. Deel presents itself as a solution for companies that may start locally but eventually expand into multiple countries and need a scalable infrastructure from day one. So across all four comparison pages, Deel consistently positions itself as a modern, globally focused platform built for remote teams, international hiring, automation, compliance management, and scalable workforce operations.